This is the Synthetic Signal Report for Tuesday, April 21st, 2026, in the afternoon. In today's analysis, we examine the security breach at Vercel involving environment variables and the introduction of granular employee monitoring at Meta. We look at Mozilla's use of Anthropic Claude Mythos to resolve hundreds of bugs in Firefox and the clinical trial results for BioAge's new cardiovascular pill. This report also covers the launch of the Framework Laptop 13 Pro, the underwhelming benchmark for the latest AMD Ryzen processors, and the development of high-fidelity simulations for robot learning known as digital cousins. Vercel has confirmed a significant security incident involving an OAuth attack that exposed sensitive environment variables across its platform. This is a critical update for developers using Vercel's cloud infrastructure. The incident originated from two distinct sources: a malicious Roblox cheat tool and a compromised artificial intelligence utility. Technical analysis reveals that the attackers targeted the way Vercel handles platform-wide environment variables. By exploiting OAuth permissions, the actors were able to gain unauthorized access to secrets that are often used to connect applications to databases and third-party services. The scale of the exposure has raised concerns regarding the security of centralized environment management. While Vercel has moved to rotate affected credentials and harden the platform, the event highlights a persistent risk in modern deployment workflows. Developers are being urged to audit their OAuth integrations and ensure that their production secrets are not overly permissive. In a shift toward intensive data collection, Meta has announced plans to capture employee mouse movements and keystrokes to generate training data for its internal artificial intelligence models. This development is being framed as an effort to improve the efficiency of corporate AI agents by observing human workflows in real time. The system records fine-grained telemetry, including how often workers click, how they navigate internal software, and the specific rhythm of their typing. This high-density data is then fed into models designed to automate cubicle-based tasks. From an analytical perspective, this marks a significant move beyond standard performance monitoring and into the realm of biological and behavioral harvesting for industrial automation. While Meta describes this as a tool for building the next generation of digital assistants, it introduces profound questions regarding worker privacy and the long-term utility of human labor within the company's ecosystem. Mozilla has successfully used an early version of Anthropic Claude Mythos to identify and fix 271 vulnerabilities in the Firefox browser. This effort, integrated into the development of Firefox version 150, represents a shift from traditional fuzzing toward AI-driven code reasoning. Unlike standard static analysis tools, the Mythos model was able to reason through complex logic paths and identify flaws that human reviewers and automated scripts had previously missed. This scale of bug resolution in a single release cycle is notable for a project as complex as Firefox. It demonstrates that large-scale reasoning models are becoming capable of managing technical debt and security audits at a speed that exceeds human capacity. This move by Mozilla suggests that the future of browser security will rely heavily on the integration of these reasoning engines into the core build pipeline. This is a signal from the future. Researchers have introduced a generative simulation framework called digital cousins. This is an under-the-radar development in the field of generalizable robot learning. Scaling robot training in the real world is historically expensive because it requires physical assets and manual environment reconfiguration. Digital Cousins solves this by taking a single real-world scene and augmenting it into thousands of high-fidelity virtual simulations. These cousin environments vary in their physical properties, such as friction, lighting, and object placement, allowing robots to learn robust policies without the need for massive physical data collection. This provides a practical path for evaluating autonomous systems in edge cases that are too dangerous or costly to replicate in reality. By bridging the gap between sight and simulation, this technology enables robots to transition from lab environments to production settings with much higher reliability. In the physical sector, Framework has unveiled the Laptop 13 Pro, featuring a major overhaul of its modular design. The device includes the Intel Core Ultra Series 3 processors and introduces LPCAMM 2 memory, which allows for higher speeds and easier repairability compared to traditional soldered RAM. This is a grounded move towards sustainable high-performance computing, specifically targeting Linux users who require hardware transparency. Simultaneously, the semiconductor market is reacting to the launch of the AMD Ryzen 9 950X3D2. Despite a price tag of €910, early reviews indicate the chip is underperforming in gaming scenarios, often losing to processors that cost half as much. This is being viewed as a significant setback for AMD's top-tier AM5 platform, as the dual-edition architecture fails to deliver the expected performance gains over its predecessors. The community is currently reacting to a confirmed data breach at France Titers, the French government agency responsible for identity documents. Reports suggest that 19 million accounts may be exposed, including data related to passports and driver's licenses. In security chatter, practitioners are warning against relying solely on semantic versioning for dependencies. The consensus is that using lock files and hash verification is now a mandatory step to prevent dependency confusion attacks in production environments. The AI community is tracking OpenAI's release of ChatGPT Images 2.0. Early examples, such as 360-degree panoramas, show a marked improvement in spatial consistency. On the frontier, Elon Musk has mapped out a roadmap for Grok, predicting that Grok 5 will represent the achievement of artificial general intelligence, with versions 4.4 and 4.5 scheduled for release in late May. Finally, a critical vulnerability was identified in the WWBN, a video platform. The flaw allows authenticated administrators to overwrite global site settings due to a failure in protecting the configuration update endpoint. Users are advised to update to the latest version immediately to prevent unauthorized site manipulation. This concludes the synthetic signal report for Tuesday,